Welcome back to the Daily Dose. My name is Robert. Here's my pal Susan. No disclaimers
Danger
on this.
zone. This guy's dangerous.
Yeah, I was going to say no disclaimers on this one, although maybe I should because we are going to talk. We've been talking to King Con, the King Convention from Las Vegas, and all the things I experienced there was fantastic and ultimately very good for the program, cinema therapy, expansion of the world into the whole King community.
That's
As we say, get
fantastic.
busy writing or get busy dying. That's our
Get
thing, right?
busy writing. Get
We've
busy.
got Shawshank. We're going to do Green Mile. We're going to do Stand By Me. And hey, King fans, if you're out there, I'm willing to do others too. If you want to go into, I mean, if you want to do Gerald's Game, I'd do it. Oh,
You would not. No.
if there's enough people who want to do it, I'll do it. Yeah, no, I would. Misery is one that comes to mind that I would do.
Misery is a tremendous movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. So again, King fans, if you're out there, if you want to do one, if you want to do, you're like, I want this is my favorite, and I want to go through a cinema therapy experience of this film, and it's not my core curriculum. Let me know. So with that in mind, we're talking about insults to the body, which is a phrase that I borrow from Chris Vogler, writing author of Writer's Journey, who adapts the hero's journey from Joseph Campbell, and it's a Bible to me. It's that important of a book. You're reading it right now.
I wish I had it right here with me. I could show you how much I've underlined it, and it's stunning.
Oh,
It's
it's a part of your journey now, and a part of your
oh
life.
my goodness. It's explaining to me writing in a way that adjunctive to the cinema therapy hero's journey day one course that we've been doing. He just gives enough examples, maybe of movies, how just a great amount of detail that has been very illustrative to me, for sure. Yeah.
He's phenomenal. Highly recommended. The writer's journey. So when it comes to this particular part, and I don't think you're at it yet, it comes up later, where he talks about insults to the body. What that phrase
Okay.
basically means is physical pain in writing. And of course, we just described Gerald's Game and what happens in that. And it is a way because we spend a lot of time as writers seemingly trying to describe or put forward emotions. Of course, we want to do that. However, when we describe that someone runs a blade across the back of their forearm and blood starts to trickle out, we all kind of see you're doing it, and I'm doing
Oh,
it too, right? We
um,
start to feel it,
yeah.
right? So this is a very
You can't
powerful.
help it.
What's that?
You can't help it. As another human, your mind and your imagination takes you there. Wow.
It is the job of the author to treat this, in my opinion, respectfully, because our bodies are sacred. They are what we go around with. And again, not to do it exploitatively, however, not to shy away from it when it really happens. If real pain is there, to really get it on the page can be an incredibly powerful tool to bring your readers in, to heighten the empathy for your hero, and to tell a truth that may not be known.
To tell a truth, I mean, in the story that one is writing, to reveal something, to, yeah, yeah,
So
yes.
yeah, that too many times, people skip across the surface with violence, and the insult's not there. It just happened, and we go, so what? Because either the stakes weren't in place or it wasn't written clearly, the person didn't feel it. It's the same as exploitative violence in films when someone gets punched 12 times and is like, I'm fine. And it's like, come on, you know. So
Well,
insults to
when they were kicking fat ass in
Shawshank.
Shawshank, I'm not sure that I kept my eyes open the whole time, or that I could, that I had to hear it too.
It's a traumatic scene. And just as the rapes by Boggs and the sisters are traumatic scenes. And, I mean, Darabont even does the really grateful thing of panning away.
Mhm.
He lets you hear it and lets, I wish I could tell you that, but prison isn't a fairy tale, Red tells us, right? This is real. These insults to the body, and we get to see the scars on Andy's face that he shows up with from time to time after the sisters have beat and raped him.
Mhm.
Insults to the body are a big thing King uses, and it came up in one short. I'm going to go a little over with this that I want to go into, which is a short there was two versions of it there, which was great, and got to meet both the Dollar Billy Baby filmmakers and really loved meeting them for this short called Survivor Type. And Survivor Type, in a nutshell, is a story of a doctor, a ne'er-do-well doctor who is actually trying to convert on a drug deal, bringing some heroin back because he's been kicked out of the medical profession for some other, nefarious acts. And the cruise ship he was coming back from Vietnam on sunk, and he ended up on a rock island, and literally not like a beachy sandy thing, but a rock island, um,
Okay.
with all of 100 yards by 25 or so, and with very limited supplies, a little bit of water and this heroin and a sharp knife.
Jeez. Okay. And no, I know, but no other people or
No, 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 no. I mean, there's absolutely uninhabited. It's literally it's a rock island. I mean, and an
okay.
island is it's a rock pile, out in the middle of the ocean. And the
Yeah.
boat,
Yeah.
the boat that brought him there sunk. It was gone. So what he does is, the short of the story is he cannibalizes himself to stay alive. After a couple of very slim efforts to kill a seagull, to get a crab, try to fish, you know, he cannibalizes himself to stay alive because the
Really
premise of the story
tragic.
is, yeah, I'll give you that in a sec,
Yeah.
is the medical question from back in his days as a student, how whether or not a patient will survive is ultimately out of the doctor's hands and in the patient's hands of how badly do they want to survive. And that becomes the mantra, right? That he is going to survive. Um,
Hmm.
so you were asking about the how, is that right?
Can't quite picture it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, whether or not you want to, it is the insults to the body that, you know, what he does is he gets himself very high on the
Oh,
heroin,
that's right. He has his heroin. Okay.
and he used that as an anesthetic, so he won't feel it as much, but not so much that he's gone, so he can do the surgery because it starts when he breaks his ankle chasing a bird, and the break is a bad break and becomes infected,
Oh,
and he's going to get
oh,
gangrene and
so
die that
okay.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and
It's a
he had,
well-written story.
yeah,
You can sort of, yeah.
so the two filmmakers did two very different versions of it, both great, both interesting, and both had various levels of insults to the body. And again, it's effective. And my connection back to this is I've loved this so much. It's one of two pieces of Kings that I've adapted into a feature with the hope of someday making into a feature. And meeting these
Okay.
two other filmmakers there was interesting to say, hey
Wow.
guys, maybe we could do something. You've made the
Wow.
shorts. So because the film still exists rights wise right now, no one's made a feature out of it, only the $2 baby shorts. So yeah, so we got to talking, and we'll see. We're going to at least talk about it, but it's out
And
there.
you've already done some work on this?
A lot of work. I probably put about
Mhm.
3 years into that script because it's extremely tricky. It's written as maybe 20 pages, maybe might be thinner than that, firsthand account of a journal. It's a found journal, of the doctor having washed up. And so to extrapolate that into a feature took a lot of expansion. And I've workshopped it. It's gotten very good feedback.
Hmm.
It works. I'm not, whether or not ultimately anyone will want to make it, who knows? But it's nice to have a couple of people that have already made their versions of it,
Yeah,
and
some connections. Yeah.
we'll see.
What an amazing weekend full of opportunities.
That's King Kong in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So we'll come back for one more to wrap this whole thing up. Okay.
Okay. Love it. Yeah, thanks.
See you in a minute.
Wow.